Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Dividend Edition replay. Spawn on the left side as the red Celts, we have Buddybadi. On the right side as the blue Burmese, we have Parawhas. Two relatively less common factions, though then again I don't really pay attention 100% to the game. And so with the recent patch, this may be more to common factions. And I do know that the infantry civilizations got massive buffs, so let's cover these player civilizations. Speaking about infantry, Celts, infantry and siege civilization. Infantry moves 50% faster per starting the feudal age, so it does not affect the militia rush, but does affect the man-at-arms timing attack once they get the timing completed. Lumberjacks work 50% faster, which is not bad. Siege weapons fire 25% power faster, that's quite nice. Can steal sheep, and sheep within one Celt units cannot be stolen. Not really that useful, honestly. Maybe in lower rank games. Couple lag spikes there, not sure what caused that. Unique units of Wold Raider, which is a fast infantry unit. Unique tech, Stronghold, castles and towers fire 33% faster, castles heal and for radius. And for your Celtia, siege workshop units have plus 40% HP, siege workshops work 20% faster. On the bottom right, or on the left or right side, sorry, I'm a little bit sick today, so if it feels like I not something's wrong, because I'm sick. Burmese, monk, and elephant civilization. Do that also militia rush here, so I'm going to just slow down a moment as I start covering the bonuses. Burmese, lumber technologies are free. Infantry gets +1 attack per age, starting feudal age. Battle elephants get +1/+1 armor. Monetary technologies cost 50% less. Unique units are Rambai, which is like a dart-throwing, low-accuracy cavalry unit. Unique techs, Hauda. Battle elephants get +1/+1 armor. Mapuri cavalry. Cavalry gets +5 attack versus archer, making them very effective versus as a counter unit to archers. And team bonus relics are visible at the start of the map, which actually is very nice. So now you don't have to scout out relics, and you can get the relics relatively quickly. Sometimes it's always a relic that neither player scouts out, and there's no excuse for Burmese or Burma or Myanmar, whatever it is right now. I know that my old hometown, Fort Wayne, Indiana, used to have the largest Burmese population outside of Myanmar. Take that how you will. We do also got some good damage here on the Scout Cavalry. Archers now getting some hits there onto the... Well, Archers getting some hits on the Scout Cavalry, but dodging a lot of this error there. As I have two natural pierce armors. Sorry about that. And the archers do have 4 attacks, so the arrows will do 2 damage each. And these militia will get a quick kill there onto that spearman. Both players are feudal age, and blue gone for militia, but there's no man-at-arms there, so it's not a man-at-arms rush or timing attack, but it is just straight up a militia rush and assault. He is not going for the man-at-arms upgrade. He's skipping that cost in order to cheap out on the attack, but he is being effective enough with it. Let's see, looks like red does have 20 villages, opponent is at 27, but this player was a pop cap for a brief moment. And he obviously is getting Town Watch as well. So Town Watch does research pretty quickly. I believe it only costs food. I actually don't know what Town Watch even costs, because it's one of those technologies you don't really care for. Because these villagers will be body blocked by his own archery. He has to get that archer out of the way. He may lose this villager here. Thus blue scout does go down. Archers against good damage there on the militia. Militia do beat and club that archer to death. The weapon is just basically a spiked club, isn't it? One of them do go down. It does receive a bit of arrow fire as well. They do have 1 inherent pierce armor, so these archers only do 3 damage each, unless he has fletching. He does have fletching, so it does 4 damage per arrow. And these man-at-arms, or not man-at-arms, but militia will go down. We do have this scout down south. And it looks like there's going to be no more aggression for the time being. I say that, but we do got a handful of archers and skirmishers advancing forward with blue. Looks like it's just 3 archers, 1 skirmisher. Where it does have a significant number of archers on the field. We do have fletching upgrade for blue as well, so that couple of skirmishers will come in handy dealing with red's archers. But red's now deploying a handful of skirmishers as well. I am not sure where red's archers may have went. I'm trying to find them. Oh, there they are? No, he had more archers than that. Excuse me. He had more archers than that, didn't he? Oh, we got these houses started up. They'll take a bit of fire before going down. And Blue's just dancing around for the time being. I'm going to fast forward, see which way he goes. We got some good damage there onto Blue's archers. One of the archers is nearly dead. One of them is dead. The other one is still nearly dead. 1 health remaining. Overall, Blue's doing a good job containing his opponent. Red has claimed a lot of land here. This area is not fully walled off, which could be a problem.
Okay.
And keeping your opponent contained like this does give you a lot of opportunity, a lot of stuff. Ooh, this villager, he is wounded. This wounded villager may just want to be pulled onto a farm at the current rate. Keep him nice and safe back at home. More wave archers advancing on forward. There's 7 archers, 1 skirmisher here. These archers are severely wounded. The skirmisher has received a bit of fire as well. And Blue's not going for any more villagers at the moment. He is sold on village production. He's going for Castle Age now. Red is also going for Castle Age as well. So it looks like Red's actually doing a bit better with both villager production and aging. So, well, aging. That's probably horrible to say it. He is, of course, aging every second in real life, but aging in the game, researching, going to the next age. And soon he'll go from adolescence to a young adult. Okay, that was a horrible joke. These forces are falling back. We do have this dead zebra. No zebras allowed in this region. And we do have, of course, more archers being pulled up by Red. Blue will likely go for a crossbowman and Bodkin arrow as soon as possible. You can get only the crossbowman, not to arbalists, so you may want to keep his crossbowman numbers down to a minimum because they can't scale further into a purer age. Red, however, can go to only crossbowman as well, so they're actually on equal footing there. But Red cannot get thumb ring. But can get heavy calves, no Parthian tactic. So, since it is an infantry civilization, it does fall off quite a bit when it comes to archer stuff, but so does his opponent. Opponent cannot get thumb ring either. Wait, is that some sort of bug? There's been a lot of... The previous patch had a bug where the spear line... Yep, this bug is still in the game where the spear line X'd out. I wonder if that's the same for thumb ring. Sorry, if you give me one moment, I just want to double check that. Nope, thumb ring is just simply not a possibility for Burmese and for Celts, so that is accurate. So if you look up here, you can see they can, according to the replay system, they cannot deploy out spearmen, which is of course false. I don't think there's a single civilization in the game who cannot even deploy out spearmen. Archers are now advancing forward. There's 11 of them. Crossbow and Bodkin arrow being researched. And Red got his own crossbowman as well as Bodkin arrow research as well. Blue's not going for a bunch of knights, which should be very effective versus those crossbowmen. The Burmese civilization bonus is meant for elephants, and infantry can get additional attack as well, while his opponent, as an infantry civilization, gets additional... doesn't get anything significant for his infantry civilization as well. Actually, actuality doesn't seem like there's any unique bonuses for infantry. Mostly just for siege stuff, so I think this infantry stuff means like it's access to everything, but doesn't actually get squires of all research. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, you can't get squires. But the infantry can of course move faster, which can be very nice, especially when trying to engage these crossbowmen. Do not have a forward monk being pulled out, going for a forward monk. A forward monastery. Forward monk is now being pulled out, which should be effective versus these knights. The knights do slice up that lion. We got a large number of skirmishers here as well. He may want to go for elite skirmisher. And he can get elite skirmisher. Knights going to collapse in on these skirmishers. These knights should make short work of them. Villager does wall herself in time. Very nice. And now the knights being tied up trying to hit that villager. When the skirmishers do go down, crossbowmen trying to hit. Down south we do have these crossbowmen getting some good hits down these palisade walls. Knights are dancing around, trying to avoid initial fire. We got these knights receiving quite a bit of fire there. He does have some pierce armor upgrades. Down south, got these skirmishers getting some good hits there on the crossbow. The problem is they're just regular skirmishers and they get one-shotted. Does get inside the town center. The crossbowman can outrange the town center. I got these knights moving around. They do pick up some of these crossbowmen. I'm not sure what the rest of the crossbowmen are. They might could try to go convert. Hopefully he gets the higher health one. He does get the higher health one there. Crossbowman's trying to engage the crossbowmen. Blue has 10, red has 14, so red does have a superior number. Because the monk does go down to the knight. This knight must have been put on hold ground stance before he got converted. There's now trying to advance forward, trying to deal with these crossbowmen. And again, this knight's still on hold ground stance, I believe. At least not aggressive, and probably not defensive either. More knights streaming on in. There is a relic inside the monk. That's not a stored up monk. Down south, we do have these crossbowmen. Receiving a bit of fire there. Blues getting some good high ground keep damage. And these blue knights are being cleaned on up. Blue's just trying to win out versus red, but I think blue's just go blue's out. I think red's just not a general attack move now. But blue's doing a great job dodging those additional arrows there, and this is saying extra losses because of that. Monk has been pulling out, trying to go convert, and does not get the monk in time, or conversion time. Oh, blue's crossbowmen have been cleaned on up. Red's going to repatch the wall with a house. And looks like this higher health monk will take out the converted, not monk, higher health knight will take out the lower converted health knight. Good damage there onto blue's knights. He may have chemistry or ballistics research. He does have ballistics now researched. More knights streaming on in, trying to find that gap, but gap has been closed. And now he's trying to reinforce the wall with some additional housing. Over here, do gotta have a forward siege workshop being pulled out by the Burmese player. Do still got a good number of defensive crossbowmen here. And likely it'd be a good idea for blue to blow out some Magnetos. Scorpions wouldn't hurt either. Crossbowmen are fighting on, falling back. Let's get some good volleys there onto these knights. And these knights are receiving a bit more fire. Got 8 knights here. There's a lot of crossbowmen here, but there's not enough crossbowmen to deal with those knights. Those are now advancing forward. They may be trying to eye a castle. That's a house there. Magneto now advancing on forward. Red is getting out wheelbarrow, and the monk will get conversion off. But he may have been trying to convert the one that was does get conversion off there. I was thinking he's trying to convert the one that was dying. Now we do have a forward castle being pulled out by blue, a very aggressive castle there. We got Maganel here as well. The Maganel is getting repaired up by these villagers and getting pretty healthy repairs. Does stop repairing there because it got full health. And more volleys there. Monk trying to go in for another conversions and does go down, receive a bit of friendly fire there. And blue castle will be completed. Blues are nice now advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there onto these villagers. They're withdrawing back. And Reg simply did not pull out any counters to these knights. And pull a pikeman wouldn't hurt. And then we got this knight receiving a bit of fire there. This knight's going to receive some more tons of fire as well, and it will go down. These knights are been cleaned on up. Looks like all of them. Magneto's still firing against the town center, but now the castle as well. You will need to pull out some battering rams to deal with this castle. Town center's receiving more and more fire right there. These villagers getting a good amount of gold collected. And he may have actually destroyed his own archer range there. If we got some long swordsmen pulling out of the field, he may be trying to eye the fact that his opponent may not have murder holes. And his opponent does not have murder holes, nor is it being built or researched. Good number of long swordsmen being pulled on out in the field. They have currently 1 pierced armor. And there's a lot of knights still streaming on 4 as well. So just going for more and more knights now. He's just turning on knight production. Do got a good number of villagers in the build queue as well. He has 4 villager queues, so likely has 4 town centers. Long someone's trying to get some damage onto these knights. The knights do get some slices onto these farms. Long swordsmen are advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there. The castle will force rip them apart. There's nothing much that these long swordsmen can do against this composition. He should be going for his pikemen, not for the long swordsmen. We do now have another forward castle being pulled out by blue. Red, is he going for Imperial Age? He's going for Imperial Age right now. He's trying to go for Imperial Age to get out of Trebuchet. He does not have a castle pulled out. Does Red have enough stone for a castle? No, he does not. He may want to go to the market, buy a quick amount of stone. There is a market. Looks like he doesn't have a market at the moment. We got some battery rams pulling on as well. The battery rams are a good item, but of course the villagers can do extra damage versus the battery rams. The battery rams do have negative melee armor. Got more of these battery rams being queued on up, as well as the Mangonel. Red's not going for a castle here. Imperial Age is almost complete. Knight receiving a bit of fire there. Does get some good damage there from these crossbowmen. These crossbowmen could be thrown inside the castle as well to get more arrow counts, because right now their damage output versus the knights are not going to be that great. Mangonels do hit that castle. Castle's 55% complete. And this castle, nope, does not go down because it's actually not built there. And here comes the battery rams quickly popped out and quickly take out that castle. So that was a destroyed castle, not a canceled castle. Red's now going for his own castle, trying to rebuild that his own castle. More villagers going down for Red. Red's down to 93 villagers. Opponent still has 125. He is distracting his force here with these battery rams. No more villagers here to produce the castle's 80% complete. Is Blue going for Imperial Age? No, he's not. He's going for battery rams. So Red does have possibility of trebuchets as a good effective tool. He does not have murder holes, so the Knights still pose a problem to trebuchets near the castle. This castle's on the high ground as well. Castle's 92%, has seen a bit of fire. 97%, 98, 99, 100. Get these villagers inside. That also increases the arrow counts. You even have a two-handed swordsman on the being pulled out now. I don't see free militia line upgrade, so you must have got that researching. And we've got another castle being built there, but we've got these battery rooms hitting it while it's being constructed. Very nice. This castle's receiving a bit of fire there. Needs some guys to hit those that battery ram there. He has at least 1 2-handed swordsman there. These 4-handed swordsmen are moving around trying to deal with this castle. The battery rams are being largely uncontested. This one will be whittled down. This one still has plenty of health. And this castle is getting dented as it's being built. Trebuchet now being thrown out at that castle. That battery ram does go down. 2-handed swordsman still in the region. And these knights do go down, so the trebuchets can start picking down these castles. More 2-handed swordsmen are hitting these battery rams. Will be same Red's castle there, and more trebuchets you get, the better. Blue's now streaming into more castles, more villagers. Currently, Blue has 130 villagers. Red has only 82. This castle will go down. This castle should be almost complete, just severely wounded. Let's switch over to him. Castle's actually canceled right there. It was at, what, 95% complete, but had no health. Red trebuchets are now back on forward and start hitting this another castle. He needs to get a bit of a defense force against these knights. Which these 2-handed swordsmen can do that, but right now they're not near the trebuchets. Castle's getting some good damage there. And now Blue's now going for Imperial Age. He's going for his man-at-arms or militia up. Yeah, man-at-arms upgrade. Red does not have murder holes yet, but these castles are not under any threat, barring that blue castle there being hit by a bunch of trebuchets there. Knights going down to the two-handed swordsman. And blue's castle does get destroyed. Red's trying to rebuild some villagers. Has good number two-handed swordsman though, so he started to transition to two-handed swordsman. These faster moving two-handed swordsmen will be very effective. We do also have some light cavalry deployed on the field. I'm not sure if blue can go for hussars. There are no defensive castles over here, so these two-handed swordsmen will get some great work done. Oops. Now these two-handed swordsmen are advancing on forward. They will get some good damage on in. Blue has now advanced to pure age, got these scouts and a knight advanced forward. We'll see the fire from these two-handed swordsmen there. We do now have a line of stone walls being pulled out as well. These forces will stream on in, but we do got these two-handed swordsmen now inside his opponent's line. We got these trebuchets. Now we're seeing some long swordsman attacks. The Celts can go for champions if they so choose. He has also gotten the supplies, Gamberson, and the arson technology. Those trebuchets do go down to the hand swordsman. And Red's going for, looks like now Blast Forge research. His point right now is just trying to get some melee armor there, going for his own two-handed swordsman. Now we've got two-handed swordsman versus two-handed swordsman, but it looks like it's relatively even fights here, but Red has longer reinforcement time, so he needs to regroup his forces. Blue has claim this gold down here as well, so blue able to claim this gold deposit is very, very important, as well as these stone deposits. And he has claimed a number of relics as well. Blue has claimed all 5 relics, so the longer this game goes on, the more likely it's going in favor of blue with all the extra gold that he will have. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Celts do have faster firing siege weapons. Scorpions will be a safer option than Mangonels, and so the extra faster firing speed could be very useful. Plus, it can also get plus 40% health. Can he get heavy scorpions? Yes, he can get heavy scorpions. Okay, some damage there. These scorpions can make a difference. And now we've got the champion upgrade there. Red's going for champion upgrade now, but will needs to stall out for his own. These champions currently have 18 damage. These two swordsmen currently have 16 damage. Got more of this light cavalry advancing forward. Now Red's going for a defensive castle for his forward barracks. Champions pushing way forward as well. So we've got champions against some two-handed swordsmen. Two-handed swordsmen, there's more of them, so the champions should go down quite quickly. And soon his champion upgrade will be complete. We do have blue deploying out some trebuchets here to help engage some structures. Blue's trebuchet does go down there, and now we've got the champion upgrade. They're going to be relatively equal footing. The Celts wants to move faster, while his opponents have 1 extra damage, which is very important. The mobility one could be very useful. Helps for reinforcements and be on defense. The extra attack force allows him to be good for attack and defense. Notice that this castle now receiving fire from this trebuchet. He has deployed a castle onto this high ground. We also got these scorpions pushing way forward as well. So these champions going to push the way forward, try to deal with this here. He needs maybe make a breach or go around. I don't think there's a hole right here, though it's pretty close. There could be a hole right here. It's actually really close. Oh, there's a hole right there. How's there a hole right there? Okay, that makes even less sense to me. There's a hole. Yep, that is in fact the hole. I think they're literally just going through the barracks, honestly. Scorpions getting some damage there. Red's castle is being hit severely. Do have now the champions advancing forward, but they're going to be using a lot of fire from this castle. Red's clearing up the castle as well. This castle will go down. This murder holes has not been researched. and blue has not researched murder holes either. Blue's assault here has been defeated thanks to the castle's hard point. Basically, we're seeing more and more fire from these trebuchets. These champions are quickly taking down that castle. And right now, blue's forces being picked off one at a time. Trying to deal with this trebuchet there, then perhaps deal with the castle itself, and this castle will soon go down. And he has synced up attack as well. Oh, looks like blue has just gotten murder holes, very nice. And looks like these light cavalry will be picked off by the defensive castle. Red now has a massive force of 42 champions right there, and 1 scorpion. He is not research heavy scorpion just yet, nor is it on the queue. Red's just going for a whole bunch of champions. Right now there's 130 villages to 140. The longer the game goes on, the better it's like to go for blue because he has such good gold generation. Taking out this monster would be very helpful actually. Champions are sort of streaming on in. We've got these ones just trying to hit that trebuchet, very nice. We got a lot of blue infrastructure here, including some hussars and a castle here as well. He's not only has blue has claimed that extra gold on the map, he's claiming that extra stone, so there's been a lot of castles pulled out. And murder holes is a great way to stop the champions from taking out those castles. Blue's now going for another castle inside his opponent's base. Red's champions are still here and trying to disrupt this castle. The castle is still far from being built. And it's getting much closer now. Trying to deal with these villagers now. The villagers are quickly being killed off, so he does go ahead and quickly take out those villagers building the castle. Now the castle will likely go down. He may need to cancel that. More of these hussars are streaming on in, trying to get as much damage on these villagers as possible. Both sides have an expendable amount of villagers. And speaking of which, blue has actually dropped about 20. And maybe from these champions here. But both this game has gone very, very messy, very, very quick. Red's castle now has seen a bit of fire. Needs a bit of repairs. Red does have a bit of stone reserves, so does blue. Now here, looks like these hussars are picking off these villagers still. Red's castle getting repaired up by multiple layers of villagers, and Red's going to be advancing forward, taking out these trebuchets with these champions. Over here, we got these champions getting some good damage onto this mill, stopping this forward food line. Red could be able to claim those farms. Not like that really means much. I know in Age of Mythology you can claim farms from your own villagers, but can you do that in Age of Empires too? I'm not so sure. As I advancing forward, the castle has been repaired. And these hussars are slowly getting picked off. So the castle's having a bit of trouble actually hitting it. He does have ballistics, so... Champions are engaged champions, but the red champions are just going straight for the trebuchet. Blue's hussars are slowly being whittled down from the castle fire. Red does have a trebuchet hitting blue's castle now, same as blue's trebuchet hitting red's castle. We have another castle being deployed out here, trying to hit the wood line of his opponent. He does have some wood back here to play around with. And looks like blue's just going for a whole bunch of hussars as well as champions. He does have a small reserve of gold. And his castle will eventually go down. We've got these trebuchets getting some good damage on each other's castles. And red trebuchet does go down now. Looks like red's castle just getting overwhelmed. Got these handful of champions getting some damage. This one's at 2 health, so those could quickly shank them. We got this defensive castle here, and since it's on high ground, it does get the extra damage. Blue's now streaming just multiple sets of champions into that breach. We got these hussars trying to create more breaches there. There's a line of stone walls here for defense. And Blue's castle here does create another breach. Then maybe that stump may blocked it. But taking out those housing will create a breach. Red's champions are trying to advance on forward, trying to deal with these trebuchets. But right now, Blue's force seems like a little bit more effective at this moment, as long as it doesn't get too close to that castle. Blue's trebuchets are now finding some angles with the red castle. And his castle's now seeing a bit of extra fire. Lumber mill does go down. And we got these stables here as well. Hussars advancing up north. We got these champions along Red's champions. And we do have this cap ram now engaging the Burmese castle. Who's going for now crop rotation, going for his winged hussar, or not winged hussars, but red hussars. Blue or red just eyeing for just a bunch of champions here, so it's just, but he's just getting a little bit overwhelmed. The scorpions can be very effective. I'm not, doesn't look like he perhaps has his increased health technology. Gains good AoE damage there. No heavy scorpion just yet, and these scorpions will in fact go down. Where does cast in GG, and that is in the replay. There's Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.